fighting everyone, even the ones they love. And for what? The banks are still going to be the banks. God, all of our hard work all these years preparing. Sabrina, do you have any idea what you've done?
Please, I don't want to fight with you. I love you guys. I'm so tired and grungy right now, my teeth itch. Can we just go back to the hotel? I would kill for a shower and a cup of coffee.
Sabrina crawls into her father's arms and he covers her up and kisses her hair.
Won't there be plenty of time to talk on the plane ride home?
Well, the thing is, we're not going home. I mean, your father and I are, but you're going to New York.
New York?
Yes, to stay with your great Aunt June.
I have a great Aunt June?
Oh, yes, Aunt June the Loon.
Peter, stop it.
The Commie Loon.
Peter, grow up.
The atheist, angry Commie Loon.
Mom?
The atheist, angry Commie lesbian Loon.
You're scaring her. Stop it, Peter.
I'm just preparing her, honey. We shouldn't get to New York and go into suburban, sheltered, middle-class girl shop or something.
Mom, why?
Because, Sabrina, I want you to see what a life like this will get you. Your Aunt June was the brightest student at Columbia, and back then women with her GPA were unheard of. Then she started with the beatniks, then civil rights, then the women's movement, Vietnam. She's got a record, was on the FBI list. Never had a steady income or a home. She's been tear gassed, beaten, blacklisted, and for what? We all care. Your father and I give to 4 charities. We all want good things for everyone. But we also know that some things in this world just are. I want you to see what this life choice means. I mean, what it really means, Sabrina. Like your great-great-grandmother Lilith Walsh died in that fire fighting for the Union. Nobody's ever heard of her.
I know, Mom. Lilith Walsh, the martyr, believe me.
You know what? Show some respect when you speak about my family, miss.
Sorry, but we've just heard it 100 times. It was a great thing, but what about me? What happens after that?
Stay in New York for 2 months, and then come back and tell your father and I why we should let you come home and finish school. Then if we believe you, you can go back to school in the fall.
Or else?
Or else we'll cut you off in August when you turn 18.
Why 2 months?
Well, it'll probably take that long for this whole thing to blow over. We'll just deny everything, and you can go back to school, no harm done. Well, any more harm. But we don't want you to embarrass yourself, or, well, us. And how about your brother and sister, huh? They live in this town, too. Did you think about anybody else when you got into this?
To tell you the truth, Dad, I wasn't thinking at all. I felt like I was someone else on automatic pilot, like on a speeding motorcycle, racing through city traffic, or in a great movie. I felt alive, but God, it was so scary. I was like out of control. What if I like New York?
Well, then you can write home a lot. As much as you want, honey. But if you start acting like Aunt June, you'll probably burn in hell or something.
Part of me would rather burn anywhere than live like a cold fish looking out at life out of my safe little suburban fishbowl.
Well, it sounds like you've already made up your mind. But spend 2 months bohemian style, and then you can decide. It's your life, honey. We love you so much. But we want you to be who you are, whatever that is. Be yourself, but at a safe distance from your father and I. Bye now.
Her mother gives her a cold kiss and hands her a ticket and some cash.
Don't go to the dark side, Luke. It's so much more brighter. It's happier and, well, better dressed over here. We will always love you, honey, whatever you decide.
A Union Rally, 1911.
There comes a time when all excuses must fade away.
Yes, I was there, among the others at station 26B, 3rd row. It was a good place to be stationed, right next to the window in the corner. 4 of us who had high numbers were set apart. We had been there for a few years and kept our noses clean, or were at least smart enough to hide it. We hated each other and we loved each other, lied for each other and kept each other's secrets, which was no small job in a factory. Not for 12 or 13 hours a day, 6 days a week. We were like a sorority. No, like a church or like a mob or a chain gang. No, I guess like a family.
2011, Aunt June's apartment, New York City.
Darling, you are lovely. You are my mother's twin. Same strong chin, same intense eyes. Wow. Well, why do you look so shocked?
My mother told me you lived in a tenement.
Well, please, this is Manhattan. They have $3 million lofts in the Bowery where the winos used to pass out.
I love it here. It feels like home. But the pictures, it was a slum.
Well, sure, until the gays turned it chic. And I bought into the building many years ago. Now I have a net worth of $2 million. Go figure. Hey, let's call it poetic justice. But please, sit down. I have so much to show you and tell you and get to know you. Your energy is like intoxicating to me.
I ate and slept on the plane, but I feel like I could sleep for a week. Aunt June, I really don't know what I'm doing anymore. I try to explain to my folks, and they just look at me like I have two heads. How can they be so educated and live with their heads stuck in the ground? Maybe old people just don't get revolution.
Well, here's a little history lesson for you, Sabrina, okay? I want you to pay attention, and then I'm going to ask you to repeat after me. You got it? Okay. All right.
Here's a little history lesson. Repeat after me.
Down, down with the man, fight the power, power. Down, down with the man, fight the power, power. Down, down with the man, fight the power, power. Down, 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 down. Back in the old days of 1980, kids became Reagabots and hunted the fairies. They fought for civil rights and against the man, burning jack cards, running from Vietnam. We fought the war, anti-Semites and the Nazis. Before we fought commies, our minds fought for me. Use their chummies, keep us barefoot like Barbies. The whole time listening for aerial armies. Every 10 years they say the kids need a new revolution. Oh, you gotta have a problem before you can find a solution. Every 10 years they take all our fears, they put it up to the light. Every 10 years they dry all our tears, then try again to get it right.
Let's do it again.
All right.
Everybody!
Down, down with the man, fight the power, power. Down, down with the man, fight the power, power. Down, down with the man, fight the power, power. Down, 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 down.
So you're saying you were the Occupy in the 50s?
No, we were cooler. Better music, better drugs, and black looks good on everybody.
I don't want to smoke pot and talk about a struggle. I want to struggle, live on purpose, love with purpose, and have a clear enemy.
For what?
To fight.
June starts laying out boxes of photos and memorabilia.
Aunt June, I know you had a lot of plans to, show me everything, but I really could just hide under the covers for 2 months. I really don't know what I'm doing here.
You will. See, on March 25th, 1911, the Triangle Shirtwaist factory in Greenwich Village burned, and it killed 141 women and 5 men. Over 20 were burned badly, but lived. Some had trouble breathing for the rest of their lives because of the smoke and the heat. 10 people jumped to their death because the rescue equipment was a joke. 25 died on rickety fire escapes, but most were locked in and were just burned alive until they were unrecognizable. It was just a sweatshop full of immigrants, so people didn't care. But your great-great-grandmother cared and lived to fight about it, thank God.
Lived? This is not how my mother remembers her great-grandmother. She told us she died. I don't understand.
Well, to understand who you are, you have to understand where you came from. And to understand where you came from, you have to understand what they gave their lives for.
1911. Lilith looks out over the small crowd assembled in the street in front of the factory in the early morning. She has a cast on her left arm, but her right is raised in solidarity. She notices her family toward the back, all of them with bags and suitcases.
Patrick? Honey, why are you here? What's wrong?
What do you think this is? Huh?
How come the kids aren't